Why managers fear giving feedback? There's a number of reasons. You are not taught how to give feedback, so you don't have a strategy for doing it very well. You don't give feedback often enough, so you have to build up to every feedback conversation rather than if it was just quick, all the time, constant feedback. You believe that it's demotivating to give feedback when the team or an individual is working really hard, is possibly under loads of pressure, or maybe even has some challenges at home. So you're cautious because of the effort that they're putting in, and you don't want to demotivate, but it's still really important to give that feedback. You fear the reaction. What if they get angry? What if they get emotional even? How can I deal with it, and how can I deal with their response? Okay. And you believe that you can't give feedback to people who used to be your peers. That's challenging because you'll come across as some kind of bossy or power trip. Interesting, right? When you get promoted ahead of people that you were in, or giving feedback to the same level as you, it's just all about one team, all about the door frame, being there for our guests. So it'd be interesting to know if any of those reasons ring a bell with any of you, actually. And if they do, it's important to remember why you have been chosen to be a manager. Because you've obviously shown skills to do it, an appetite to do it, an interest and enthusiasm to do it. That's why you're doing this management training course. So, being a manager has this responsibility that comes with it. We discussed this in Power versus Responsibility. And as a manager, you've got a responsibility to improve the performance of individuals in your team and your team, to develop your team overall, and to help individuals in your team reach their true potential. If we think back at the points there, it's like train the employee, grow the person. And this is about growing the person. Now, these are the three main reasons for giving feedback: to improve your performance, to improve the team, and to help the individual reach their true potential. So, honestly, nothing to worry about with giving feedback. It's a part of your job. You've got to do it. You owe it to the individual. You owe it to yourself. You owe it to Beerenberger. So we're going to tackle the main reasons for your fear, and we're going to start building out a strategy for you to know that you're going to do it well. First of all, let's look at the 4 types of feedback. Number 1, no feedback. That's right. The first type of feedback is no feedback. This is the most common type of feedback, full stop. It's giving no feedback whatsoever. Every day in every business, managers are walking past problems in their team, ignoring poor standards, not commenting on things that are being done well, right? So not giving positive feedback. This is by far the worst type of feedback because it shows a lack of care. It leads not only to a deterioration of standards, but also to the team disengaging. If you don't care, why should I care? If you walk past a problem, why should I walk past a problem? It comes again to the core of little things as the value, right? Don't walk past a problem. Care. Give feedback. Number 2, negative feedback. Now, negative feedback is where you launch into somebody, tell them that everything they've done is wrong, but don't actually share with them how to put it right. Usually doing it very loudly, quite aggressively, and most often in front of the rest of the team. Power versus responsibility. Any improvements as a result of negative feedback is rarely long-lasting. In fact, the most likely outcome is a long-lasting negative feeling towards you, the manager. You walk away, the person that you've always just given negative feedback to, and you're not thinking, all right, so I need to do X, Y, and Z to make sure this gets done right next time. Instead, they're thinking, what a proper piece of work that guy is. They're thinking about you and not how to improve the problem, right? So you come in, You offload, you do a bit of a shout, you show your power, you tell them, sort it out, you walk away, and they're just thinking, what a joke. It's about showing them and telling them. So, number 3, constructive feedback, the third type of feedback, constructive feedback. Constructive feedback is where you tell someone what they haven't done to standard, and then crucially, you tell them what they need to do to put it right, how they need to improve their performance, what they need to do differently. So fully focused on achieving a positive outcome. The improvement of your team's performance will happen. You will see it because you've been calm, you've been clear, you've shown them the outcome you want, you've shown them how to achieve that outcome, and they've understood it. Think about how-tos. If you're seeing somebody do something that is not the one right way to do it, as defined by our how-tos in Trainual, you need to stop them, show them, watch them, say yes, keep going. Feedback. Number 4, the fourth type of feedback is appreciative feedback. Appreciative feedback is where you tell someone what a great job they've done, picking up on the specifics of what made it such a good job, so they can continue to achieve this standard going forward. So when you see someone applying any of the values, we want appreciative feedback. If you see somebody going the extra mile to do something for the one team value, appreciative feedback. If you see somebody just quietly absolutely nailing something, appreciative feedback. So let's focus on these: constructive feedback and appreciative feedback.